Osia, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short, or Divine Starseed. This is a pick a card collaboration with Mystic Star Magic. Me boo boo, you know I love her dearly. Please make sure that you check out her video as well. It's going to be like an extended reading to your message. This is what goes through the mind of your person when they think of you. All right, so if you are coming from her channel to me, welcome. Please subscribe and enjoy your time while you're here. And if you are watching me first, then again, check her out. You have three options to choose from with me, and I was moved to do this through songs. So we have Hero by Enrique Iglesias, Happy by Ashanti, and Full Moon by Brandy. Before you make your decision, close your eyes. Inhale slowly for the count of 4. Hold the breath for 5 and slowly release on 4. Pause the video. Do that sequence as many times as you need to until you feel centered, you feel grounded. That number's for the overall collective. And then when you're done, you can choose your pile. You may resonate with more than one, but I recommend that you go with the one that your intuition is calling for you to look at the most. You don't have to choose the same number for both of our readings, okay? But just make sure that you're choosing based on your intuition. And without further ado, loves, I will see you at your chosen pile. Welcome, pile 1. You chose Hero by Enrique Iglesias. This is a collaboration with Mystic Star Magic, so make sure that you check that out. I was moved to do my set through songs, and you chose Hero. And the parts of the lyrics I'm hearing extend just a little bit past what's on the CD here, because I'm hearing the whole, I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain, and I will stand by you forever. You can take my very breath away. So this person feels like you take their breath away. This person feels like they want to protect you. But I also get the feeling that for some of you watching, your person also feels protected by you. Like they're secure with you, as if you're tucked away. Okay, so, and they're tucked away with you. So that's your song, Hero by Enrique Iglesias. This is the archetype they think of when you pass through their mind. And we have the Thief. And what I'm mainly channeling is the light attribute up here, which is sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. And notice how the heart, what did I say earlier about the tuck away, right? It's like you're tucked in their little coat pocket, or you have them tucked in your little coat pocket. So they're very protective of your heart, but they also feel like you steal their breath away. This person may have not expected to fall for you. You probably kind of hit them out of nowhere. Like maybe they thought this was just going to be a fling or something to entertain to pass the time. But the more they spent quality time with you, the more genuine feelings started to arise in the connection. And now it's led them to feel the way they do, but it still caught them off guard. Like, how did you do that? How did you get my heart the way that you did? I know you might have taken my breath away when I first seen you, but I didn't think it would develop to this. And now here their heart is just in your little coat pocket. Okay, but there's a light within you that can never be stolen. There's a light within them that can never be stolen, and the both of you have a tendency of reflecting that back. So you might be encouraging this person. You know, there could be something they want to do, and you're always the first person to support, always the first person to shed some light. Now, for some of you, the shadow aspect could also be of, a need to pay attention to, which is, possibly stealing money or creative ideas, things like that. Taking off of the power of others. I'm mainly sensing the light attribute, but it is important to notate the shadow here for someone as well. Perhaps these are things you dealt with in the past and things they dealt with in the past. And they can see that in you. They can see that while they may be trusting you and caving into you a bit, that perhaps you are a bit more guarded. Perhaps you have a wall up, because on the shadow side of things, you know what it's like for someone to take advantage of your love, to take advantage of your creativity, to take advantage of you. And that might be why they're like, well, I'll be your hero. I'll kiss away the pain. I'll make it all better. Let's get a love confession using my Oracle deck, Love Confession Cyber Edition. We're also going to get into their fears too. So again, in the past, both of you have dealt with some type of deceit, some type of like someone just taking you for granted or stealing from you, whether it be trying to steal a bit of your joy, because light can also indicate joy, right? We have, if it keeps you by my side, I'll enable you with toxic or dysfunctional behavior. So they've dealt with this before and you've dealt with this before. And that goes through their mind because there's a reason that you seem to not trust them. We have logged into your account and may have saw something that they didn't like or misunderstood. So you might be sometimes looking for the other shoe to drop with this person, and maybe in the beginning they did the same thing with you, especially if both of you got into this situation not thinking it was going to lead anywhere. Like, oh, we're just passing time, we're just having fun. But as you get to know each other, it develops to something more, right? This person sees, and you know your situation, so you know how this is resonating for you. But what I'm channeling here is this person has witnessed, maybe this is a friend that became a lover, some of the pain that you went through, or maybe you wear that pain on your sleeve because you kind of at times project it a little bit at them. You might sometimes see a message and you read too much into it, and then when the truth comes out, you kind of got like a little bit of egg on your face because it wasn't what you thought it was, but you had this idea of, no, it must be cheating, or they must be up to no good. They're too perfect. There has to be another shoe that's going to fall. And they're like, I can take away the pain if you just let me. I'm choosing to put myself in the position to trust you. So what's going through my mind right now is wondering if you're going to put me in that same grace. Can you extend that same grace to me and we work this out and figure it out? Now, for some of you, this could be an ex that y'all called yourself trying to be friends with, and it led to going into some other extracurricular activities. And now they're feeling like, I'm in love with you again, or I'm in love with you in a way that I wasn't before. I want to make it right. I want to heal whatever you think I did wrong before. Whatever made us not work out before, I would love to fix that, right? But first, dysfunctional behaviors have to be released. That I need you near me, or the feeling of maybe codependency has to be released first. I'm more so getting that this is a past pain, but for those of you watching where you're dealing with an ex, if that resonates to you, this is something that goes through their mind. It's kind of like playing back in their head past mistakes. And we have, I vow to be committed to you, that hero energy. I vow to be by you forever. You take my very breath away. No one can do for me what you can do for me. So if you can just release the things in the past, if you can just let go of the people who've hurted you before, and I let go of the people that hurt me before, we can elevate and transcend past this current blight that we seem to be in right now. And again, we do have this person with the heart tucked in his jacket. Like, is this what you want? Is what you're trying to take? You know what I mean? So the X thing isn't going to resonate for everybody because I'm not really picking up on many of you needing to watch this for your ex. Notice how I said that. I'm not picking up on many of you needing to watch this because of an ex. Not everybody's ex is meant to continuously be their next. Let that mentality go. Even if you find that you're dealing with a person that the urge to rekindle is resurfacing within you, you need to really evaluate and ask yourself if that's because there's certain enabling behaviors that you've become attached to. I can predict this, and that's why you're attracted to that person. And can you really be assured that they're letting go of those behaviors and that you're letting go of those behaviors so that when you come together, you're committed to the right things? For most of you, this person feels like they can see that you've been hurt before. They can see that you don't love as hard as you could or as beautifully as you could because you've been hurt. And so they want to help you let down that guard. They want to help you to see that there's this energy, this light within you that no one can steal, not even them. No one can take it from you. It's like they want to put a mirror on you and reflect back all the beauty that they see and let you know, I'll stand by you forever. I'll be committed to you. I will do for you what the other woman or man, they didn't do. So please don't project the negative view from them onto me. That's what I'm mainly getting for you guys in Pile 1. And this person also feeling like you've saved them. You've shined a light in their world when they thought stuff was gloomy and dark and gray, and encouraged them to be best. Okay, let's get into their fears. When it comes to you, what fears might go through their mind? We're using one of Mystic Star Magic's decks for this. I will have the link to her Etsy in the description, as well as, again, the link to her other video that's in collaboration with this one. What are their fears? What fears goes through their mind when they think of this connection, when they think of you? We have decay, and notice how it looks like a mummy wrapped up, coming up out of the sand. They don't want this love to deteriorate. They don't want to have any fears from the past get so strong in the connection that you just keep putting up a wall or you keep doubting. There's something about a person here doubting. And those doubts are making it where it's like everything that they try to do, you don't give it room to bloom. You don't give it room to breathe life. Remember, they say you take my very breath away. It's something about that line that is very significant for you, Pile 1. You may really love this song. This could be you and your person's song. I would recommend listening to it if you've never heard it before, so that you really understand where this person is coming from. They're willing to make sacrifices for you. And they're hoping that you're willing to make sacrifices for them. And they're not really, if you think about it, what they're asking to be sacrificed, how you can pinpoint that this is specifically for you. They're not going to tell you to sacrifice something that's actually worthy to keep. You know, this enabling energy, this logging in and seeing something and having so many misunderstandings instead of just like listening and getting to the bottom of a situation. Instead, seeing something you don't like or snooping around someone's account because you don't feel secure. That's what they want to take from you. That's what they want you to leave, to decay out. But the fear is that you won't do that. That instead you'll cling to always being suspicious because you don't want to feel codependent on another person. You'll cling to, something that's enabling for yourself, and maybe even at times almost like push or encourage them to do certain behaviors that support your toxic idea. Now, that's going to be something that you have to be real with yourself about. These messages aren't meant to be cute, cookie cuttered. We get to the shadow of things when it's necessary. There's something within you when it comes to love that you have to purge so that you can see love for what it really is, and not these based on circumstances, ideals that you've created due to whatever past you may have had. You could have also been somebody that's hurt someone in the past. We keep it real around here. Maybe you were the person who broke a lot of hearts and you feel like, you know what, one day karma's going to catch up to me. One day I'm going to be out here in these streets and it's going to be a problem. And now that you've come across this person who is loving you and there's no red flags, no serious ones, right? It's all stuff that you just kind of pull, for lack of a better term, out of thin air, right? You're feeling like that's got to be a setup. It's got to be a setup. And they can sense that. And they're like, are you going to let this love die because of that view, because of those ideas? They don't know if you're willing to level up with them here with steps. They want to level up with you, but they're kind of afraid that you're going to always keep them at basement level or first level, that you won't let them get to the second or third floor when it comes to how this relationship could evolve. And so a lot of the things you do together, while they may be beautiful, there's more. Between us, not more as in we need to seek it in other people, but between us, there's more power. There's more growth to be had. They might also be very afraid of the power you have over them, of the influence you have over them, because this kind of love can be very intense, especially when a person feels protective. Sometimes the person who feels the most protective neglects themselves to a certain extent as well. So they're kind of nervous. How much power do I give over to him or her? How much do I allow for this person to take from me? What do I do if they take too much? These are the thoughts that go through their head when they're thinking about you. These are some of the fears. Will you let this love decay? Will you let us level up in this connection? Can I go from being at basement level, first level, to the next level with you? Maybe somebody, and again, take what resonates for you. It feels like someone's running possibly from an engagement, or maybe taking an engagement to the next level. So maybe this is a promise ring or a legit engagement. Maybe this person's asked to marry you, or you felt it and you swerved it. You know what I mean? Like you didn't give a direct no, but you I sure didn't give a yes either. And they're kind of just sitting here like a starved, I'm wrapped up in your love. I can't live without it. What are we going to do? Type of energy. Okay, so that's their fear. Let's look into the tarot a bit here for you, Pile 1. What goes through this person's mind when they think of you? What goes through this person's mind when they think of you? 7 of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Ooh, that fell right in place. And the 6 of Cups. Yeah, this individual, and I want you guys to notice something. Look at how there's hearts on one of the options here. And remember, I pointed out the heart in the jacket of the other person. They don't know if you would choose them. So that plays again into their fears. They dream about you a lot, and they think about all the endless possibilities and the different directions your connection could grow, it could go, but they don't know what moves to really make with you. You know, they find themselves at times out of their element when they're with you. And as much as they might have tried to convey this, I don't feel like they knew how to find the right words. I think at best they've probably said something to you like, oh, I wish we could take things to the next level. I wish you would trust me a little more. But they don't really dive into what they mean by that. Like, okay, I feel like we could be more than what we currently are, but that you have this wall up with me. And that sometimes you're projecting onto me that which you feel another person has taken from you. And all I'm trying to do and all I'm trying to show you is that nobody can take anything from you. That my love isn't here to deplete you, but to add on. And instead, I kind of feel like I got to eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which steps I take in order for you to not shut me out. So you might have at times shut this person out. Okay? Take what resonates for you, because you could be in the shoe of the other person, but I'm channeling this more so for what goes through the mind of the individual, that the watcher, you're the watcher, and this is what the person's thinking about when they think of you. Okay, but there's something here about needing to make a choice and be very direct in that choice, and just feeling a little stuck, a little confused. So sometimes you confuse them. Sometimes your love is confusing to them, but they don't want to let go. They just want to help you. They want to, again, save you from this pain. You save them from theirs as well. In the video for Hero, again, if you've never seen it, I recommend watching it. Enrique is with, I believe it's Jennifer Love Hewitt. She was somebody that this mobster guy wanted, was like the prince of the video, but she fell in love with Enrique's character. So Enrique was her bodyguard, I think, and they ended up running away together. They run away. He's trying to save her from the fate of being with the other guy. Okay? And the other guy and his crew and whatnot, they come across, they find him. And I don't want to give away the whole video if you haven't seen it, but I just want you to kind of understand what this person means when they think of like sacrifice or taking you away or giving you something better than what you've had before, and wondering if you're letting your guard down enough to trust them to do that. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Again, they kind of feel out of sorts with you. They want to get things in order. They want to get this wheel to turn correctly. This is also a lot of times Kundalini energy in my readings, the Two of Pentacles. But it's like wanting things to align and be very centered with you, and just not knowing how to go about it. They're on rocky ground when they're dealing with you on an unstable thing, but they're still navigating their way through it. Look at this person, like his skateboard is all over the place, but there's not a single bit of food falling out that bag. He gonna get this delivery where it's gotta be, right? It's like this person thinking to themselves, I'm gonna make sure I deliver what I need to deliver. I'm gonna make sure that I'm able to keep some type of balance in this connection, where you know that I'm dependable. You know that no matter how rocky, how shaky, how much juggling we may have to do to figure this out, that we will figure it out. They want you to be secure with them. They don't want to have misunderstandings, though they do feel misunderstandings tend to throw things off with y'all. And then we have the Six of Cups here. All right. This person sees the gifts within you and they only want to give to you, be committed to you. Again, this could be a person that is thinking of an engagement. Maybe they've asked you to marry them before, or even if it was just a promise ring, just a promise of seeing where this goes and how it can connect. There's something here about a soul path, a soul pack, a mission-driven connection. All right. They don't want the fears and the doubts to get in the way of it. Let's double down a bit here. We're going to go to another tarot, the Wake Me Up tarot. I keep hearing that part over and over again. And I will stand by you forever. You can take my very breath away. Keep hearing that part over and over again. We have the Five of Wands. Okay. Needing to figure it out. Trying to not argue. Trying not to decay this love. Afraid of it. Afraid. Really afraid. They try not to show that, but whenever there's like an argument or a conflict and you pull away, this is what they're thinking. They might on the surface be like, okay, whatever. All right, you need your space, whatever. Go on about your business, right? But then they're like, please don't go. Don't leave me. Wait a minute, come back. Because they feel like they'll deteriorate without you, or if you're gone too long, the love deteriorates. They also see this as a fear within you. So some of you, your person feels like everything I just said about them is also to some extent what you're mirroring. Like you're afraid that if you hold on, they'll turn into ash or sand in your hand and the love won't be there. That this love can't go past a certain level, that all the power that this person has could become a power that they hold over you. Okay, because these energies here aren't coming out as, it's not really that they're bad per se. I mean, the decay is, but it's not that they're bad per se. It's just the realization of the doubts that are going on, that you could heal this. You can realize that you don't need to worry about that love turning to sand in your hands as long as you are listening to your intuition and you're not being guided by your fears and your doubts. But you are paying attention to what your soul drives you to take heed of. That's how you can tell the difference between if this is an ex that you're meant to carry something on with. Really, for most of you, this is a new love that's trying to get you over your ex who did you dirty in the past. And their confession is that when they think about you, the thoughts that go through their head is how you sometimes put up these walls. And that at times makes them want to put up a wall, and they fight really hard to not do that because they want to be committed. They've also probably dealt with similar things in the past, so they kind of know where you're coming from. They just may have more faith in where this can go than you do. So when conflicts and things come in, it makes them very nervous, because then it's like, okay, I got to be cautious in what I say and how I choose to approach them after an argument, or how I choose to let them know that I want to be a part of their healing process, because you could always flip the script and take it the wrong way. You could always misunderstand, right? So with that log into your account may have seen something that they didn't like or misunderstood. I feel like if they logged into yours, or not really logged in, but if they observed a message on your phone, or if they saw a post that you may have made, people get sensitive over IG posts, all right? They could have seen that you typed something that sounded kind of like you were giving up, or like you didn't really care about them, or that maybe you thought they were a nuisance of some kind. And this could have happened a while ago. This may not even be where you are mentally, but have you conveyed that to them really, is the question. Because they're like, regardless, I'm willing to navigate through this. I'm willing to figure this out and get things back on track, get things back into balance. I also say that the Two of Pentacles is my get it in order card. Okay. Then the 6 is wanting the gift of you, wanting the gift of the connection, feeling that the connection is so deep and wanting to have that exchange. I'm almost feeling like the 6 of Cups is coming through like the Lover's card, in a sense, like a miniature version of the commitment and the devotion that would come through when it comes to the Lover's card. Okay. But it's not yet at that peak. It's not yet at that space. So that's why I'm saying either they're thinking of a proposal, maybe they've proposed already, or it could just be a promise ring, a promise of a vow. We got 2 more. This just flashed before me, the Hierophant, but there's already 2 that landed on my knee. So before they hit the floor. Okay. Yeah, look at this. 8 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Do you see what I'm saying about those fears and those doubts? And how do I get you to realize that I'm not trying to chain you down, that I just want us to go to the next level, that the door is open, and if you would just look up, remember the steps, feeling like they're in the basement level or first level with you and wanting you to like, hey, up here, the door is open, I'm trying to love you. Can you just let me love you? Right? And trying to figure out, what actions do I have to take? What do you need me to do? Notice that this falls right where power is, and this is right where the steps are. Almost like it's telling you that this is not only the things going through their mind, but like when they think of the solutions, how they view you sitting in that energy. It's like, when I reach out for you, are you pulling away? Are you fighting me? Are you resisting me? Can we figure this out? Because a lot of times the 5 of Wands is needing to figure it out, and there being so many different personalities or opinions creating confusion and chaos, and needing to balance that out. And then the 8 of Swords is normally feeling like you are trapped or imprisoned in something that you can't let go of and can't release. When this person thinks of you, they think of you being in that position and wanting to open the door and free you from it. I highly recommend y'all listen to that song. And then the actions that need to be taken. What actions do you need me to take to trust me? Your reading is very interesting, Pawan. Very, very interesting. We're going to get into another Mystic Star Magic Oracle deck for healing this time. Whoa, that popped right out. We have Winter. Okay. Like a miracle, something being a miracle or having a resolution by winter. By winter, we have Continue, and it's Lego blocks. That's very significant. We'll get into, you guys. Oh my gosh. We have Winter. Winter feels significant as a time frame, like something being resolved by winter, but one of you could also have been born in winter. And I'm also picking up winter as a miracle. So if you don't resonate with winter as a season, it's something about like a miracle, right? The heart becoming unfrozen. Frosty the Snowman becomes this living being. A soul enters the snow and gives it life and gives it light. There's something in reference to light in like a soul rejuvenation. This of significance. So sometime in the winter season, you will have some type of resolution, or you might just find that miracles start taking place between now and then. You'll start to see how things are going to move forward with this Continue energy, where you can build from here. This is the things going through their mind as they think of you as well. It's like something they want to be able to gift to you. Again, we have gift here. This could involve Christmas for some of you to celebrate that holiday, or any type of holiday that involves exchanging gifts. Some type of exchange they want to make with you of a sentimental level, something like a miracle that'll melt the heart. Right? Kind of like melt the frozen walls, if you would. And then with Continue, how will you build with me? How can we build forward? And we have Positive. Now, I'm not getting that you both are wearing rose-colored glasses per se. But what I am getting is that this person wants to have a positive outlook. They're hoping that the next step they take, the next action, will confirm to you how much they love you. Next, we're going to get into one of V Love and Crystal's oracles. And again, all of the oracle decks will be listed in the description. When this person thinks of you, what kind of love do they see your connection as? What kind of love do they see in your connection? We have watching love, watching you, always observing you. There's something about rain coming down a window pane. It's very like R&B music video energy, which has been around for a lot, and intoxicating love. Intoxicated by that. I really get the feeling that y'all didn't start off, for most of you who chose pile 1, you didn't really start this off as something serious per se. It was just, hey, I like this person. I think they're interesting. I want to see where this might go. Someone might feel that they're missing out. If this is an ex, then they feel like they're kind of missing out on your love. But as far as someone that you're talking to right now, that there's just a little bit of conflict going on, you're so intoxicating to them. And again, they fear you having way more power than you realize you have. And they don't necessarily want to think of you as a detriment to them. They don't want to think of themselves as a detriment to you. Interesting things go through their head. I think this person's like always thinking of you. There's not a time, there's not a moment in the day where you don't pop up, and the thoughts are complex and they're layered. There's different flavors here. Okay. And they're always watching you and always watching for a sign from you. Even when you guys might, I'm not getting take a break like a breakup, but even when you're kind of like on opposite ends of the room, I don't want to be bothered with you today. You stay on your side of the house or whatever, or your side of the apartment. They're still like watching you. I wonder if I can go over and talk to him or her or them or whatever yet. I like wonder, how can I approach? Remember what I said earlier about sometimes they don't know how to approach you in certain situations? Addicted love. Notice how she looks like she's holding a bouquet of flowers and she's in a dress, like a wedding dress. I'm just saying. And we have crazy, sexy love at the bottom of the deck. Pile 1. When your person thinks of you, the thoughts that go through their mind is how they want to be your hero. Not necessarily a savior complex, but they want to save you from the pains of the past, even pains that they might have put you through. There's a strong need to fulfill a soul contract with you in this connection, helping to enlighten both of you. Whether or not it is something that's meant to go the long haul will depend on both of you and both of you trusting your intuition. But it does give a bit of a soulmate vibe, this reading here, which is a very path-driven connection. It is also giving a bit of a mission-driven connection, which can be tied in with the twin flame. That's mission-driven, mirroring of souls. But for some of you, it just hasn't provided enough evidence of that yet. It hasn't again reached like that major moment where you can go, yeah, this is my twin flame, or this is for sure the path that I want to walk, because neither one is really allowing yourself to see it completely. Well, one of you kind of is, but still holds back a bit based on the walls that you put up. They might feel like they need to appear stronger than you, than sometimes what they really are. So a deep conversation is necessary here. And again, watch this video. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to what Enrique is saying. This is what will resonate for you, for your person, especially this line and that you will take my breath away line. And pile 1, that was your reading. Make sure that you guys check out Mystic's reading for continuation. Hey, pile 2, welcome to your message. This is what goes through the mind of your person when they think of you, a collaboration with Mystic Star Magic. So do make sure that you guys check out her video for an extended message. We have the song your person chose, their energy chose for you, was Happy by Ashanti. If you don't know this song, I highly recommend that you listen to it. And the part of the lyrics standing out here are, I'm so happy that I fell in love. I thank God he sent you from above. So this person is full of butterflies when they think of you. I'm also hearing a little bit of the chorus to this song. I'm so happy, baby, all my life. Like, so it's something about this almost being like a fairy tale kind of to them, in a sense, almost like a fairy tale. Like you just sort of come in and just all this joy, all this love, all this protection, all this powerful energy. Some of you from pile 2 may resonate a little bit with pile 1 as far as like the protective energy coming in here. Let's get into what archetype they think of when they think of you. When they think of the warrior, they think you tough as nails, you strong. You come off strong. You probably come off to them as very independent. Honestly, like warriors they're not like soldiers per se. They don't really need to move in a collective group all the time. They can have their own sense of morale and etc. So you might come off to them as a person that's very independent. You don't really need them, but you still make space for them. And that in of itself, just, it's like, I'm smitten with this person. I'm just, you are amazing. That's the vibe that they feel when they think of you. We have strength, skill, discipline. You're probably really, not only are you disciplined, but you might be encouraging them somehow. Like maybe y'all work out together. I just feel like they take you as a person who encourages them a lot and inspires them a lot. And it's because of your strength of will. It's because of how, not tough in the sense that you have to be, for lack of a better term, a hard ass, right? But tough in the sense that you know when to like stand your ground and hold true to your values and hold true to what it is that you're striving for. And in the connection, that's a very powerful trait that they kind of lean on a bit, all right? You're not really someone who allows yourself to be conquered by ego, and you will make certain sacrifices if you feel you have to. And again, you may resonate a little bit with Part 1. Okay, so if you felt moved to check it out, there's a reason. On the shadow side of things, I'm not feeling the shadow energy too strong for y'all, but I would say this indifference to suffering can stand out for some of you. When your person thinks of you, sometimes they might feel like when you're strong-willed, when you're really determined that something is supposed to be done a certain way, or maybe you just believe this is how it goes, you could at times maybe come off too strong in that area to where you don't really care about the feeling of the other person. Now, this may not be about them per se, but they might have witnessed you do this before, where you'll get really strong and be sort of indifferent to how anyone else is thinking of the situation because you're so independent. Like, I don't care what they're thinking. I've made up in my mind what I want to do or what I believe it is. So that's just what it's going to be for me. And who gives to blah, 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 what it is for other people. And that's something that might make them a little weary. You may have not projected it onto them yet, but they could still be looking at you like, calm that part down. I love that you're independent. I love that you have this strong will, but be mindful of coming off indifferent to someone's feelings. Right? Let's get into some love confessions. Let's get into some love confessions. Confessions that go through this person's mind when they think of you. Could be something they've already said to you. Could be something they want to say to you. Using my deck, Love Confessions, Cyber Edition, available in my Etsy shop. Link is in bio. What confessions run through this person's mind when they think of you? Like, what would they want to say to you? I keep hearing this song in my head over and over again. Your love is so good that I wouldn't be without you, babe. Couldn't see me without you, babe. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Child. First off, we have wondering if you can accept my past without judging me. So remember what we said about that whole being indifferent to suffering? If you don't know the backstory to why a certain action might have been done, or, they might see it as, well, I don't know how many things I can confess to you about my past. Not that it's something they're currently doing. Or they may not trust that sometimes they can tell you stuff, just things they thought before. It's not that it's completely irrelevant now, because sometimes those same fears or doubts or worries may surface. But it's like, if they tell you that, will you judge them? Would you be indifferent to the suffering that they had and just judge them and start to apply that judgment to the current them? Because who they are today is not who they were before. But for some reason, there could be something they want to get off their chest to you. There could be some type of trauma that they want to confess to you that they've experienced, or relationship woes that they've went through in the past. And when they see you kind of have this like, whatever, attitude to other people, it makes them go, well, shit, what would you do to me? Right? So again, be mindful of how you're coming off to this person when they're in a vulnerable moment and they want to confess something to you. Because as much as you're filling them with joy and they're happy and there's vibes and all that jazz, there's still this energy of like, but I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you that. I don't know if that's going to ruin how you view me or how you look at me. I don't want you to judge me for the past. Okay, we have, they mean nothing to me. So again, there could be something in the past they want to confess to you, and this might be a relationship situation or a trauma that they've suffered due to a relationship. Maybe a bad behavior that they inherited, right? And it's like, I don't do that no more, but I still feel the need to tell you about it. This could also be because there's people around who might slip up and tell you first. Oh, did you know in the past so-and-so used to like sling it all around town or whatever? And it may not, and honestly, if there's people gossiping, they're not telling you the full truth. They're going to tell you what they think is the most juicy, spicy version of the story, just so they can put you in your feelings. If you're a very strong, independent person, people who are jealous of those kind of individuals look for things to tear you down. If they can't find it in you, if you just don't care about stuff they say about you, then they'll pick on the person you give a shit about. You know, they'll come at the person that they feel that you're in love with and start wanting to put doubts in your head or just come at their neck. And this individual might feel that there are some things they want to confess to you before someone else can. Before someone else tells you my past, before someone else makes you judge me, I'd rather come to you and say, this is what I did and what really happened in those said situations and how that's not applying to you and me in the first place. Okay? Why? Because at the end of the day, you're all I need. You're all I need to get by. I'm more so hearing, this is like a street kind of love that I'm picking up. I'm hearing the Method Man, Mary J. Blige version of that song. Not so much the Marvin Gaye version of it with Tammy, I believe her name was. It's not that version. It's the bum ba dun dun dun. It's like the hood version. Like sweet and morning dew, I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. Like it's something about the dark, edgy sound of that song that applies. And that's an interesting contrast because this song is very happy, very chipper, upbeat, and then you get to this like, so in the core, there's something deep, mysterious, not dark in a bad way, but just like, again, listen to the song and you'll understand. Listen to what Method is saying. Pay really close attention to the lyrics and you'll get what I mean. That's probably what your love is underneath all of the like happy-go-lucky looking energy that it has on the surface. And so that's why they know that there might be some people that want you to judge them in a negative light or judge them for past mistakes they might have made with others and put it on your relationship. And they're like, honestly, what those people say don't mean nothing to me. Anybody I dealt with in the past, they don't mean nothing to me. You're all I need at the end of the day, and I don't want anyone putting doubts in your head. You make me happy. I'm glad God sent you from above, this strong person who won't tolerate no bull crap from me, but at the same time I know will ride for me if necessary. And this is whether your person is masculine or feminine. Okay, let's get into a little bit of the tarot. I'm now hearing both of those songs almost like they're trying to remix with each other, which is crazy because again they sound totally different. So it's like that. I'm so happy God sent you from above. That sent you from above. You're all I need to get by. It's something about that note. You guys, how to you're interested. All right, what goes through the mind of your person when they think of you? What goes through their mind? We have the Six of Swords. They only think about, when it comes to you, they only think about how you seem to transition through periods. Like, how can I make sure I'm on that same ship that you're on? I want to go in the direction you're going in. It's almost as if your person, when they think of you, they see you taking the lead. And it's not saying that they don't. It's just that sometimes they're willing to just let you guide the ship. You know what? You take the wheel. Where are we going? Please lead the way. Seeing themselves move into smoother, calmer waters in their life because of you. And that's a lot. You gotta admit that's a lot, right? And it's not about overburdening you with that. It's just you need to understand the impact you have on this person. Things might have seemed kind of gloomy or before you came in, then you come in, it's all this like happy joy all the time, like, you know what I mean? But at the same point that this happy joyful energy comes in, you're real. So when stuff hits the fan, they know like this person loves me to have my back. So when they think of you, they think of, how can I keep moving forward with this person? How can we transition into even more calm waters? Not still waters, because still waters would be dead, okay? But calm waters. How do I elevate with you? That's an amazing thing that you've taken their life. You are the reason to some extent that their life doesn't seem as pointless or chaotic as it used to be. You help them transform. It's kind of like going through a miniature version of metamorphosis, like a hangman in a sense. There might have even been a period where if you guys were friends, there was a pause because you could feel that the friendship was transitioning into something else. You might be at this point right now where this is a friendship transitioning into deep love. And it's something that they don't want you to ignore or be indifferent to. Okay? We got the 5 of... Look at that. Before we even get into the high priestess, look at this. What do you want to build together? You know what I mean? Like, what do you want to build together? Because the lames don't mean nothing to me at all. I got the shovels. I'm ready. F all the conflict. F all the people that try to put a problem in between you and I, or people from the past that try to be more than what they need to be. I'm really getting the sense that it's not so much people from their past. It's like individuals you probably know who don't like you happy for some reason. Maybe they think to themselves, oh, he or she think they're so good. Look at them being all Miss or Mr. Independent, blah, 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 blah. And that probably gave you a hard shell, right? Probably put you in the position where you think to yourself, well, I don't want to be, having to rely on y'all mugs anyway. I get my own. I need money. I'm gonna get my own money. I need a house. I'm gonna build my own house. Like you think in the sense of how you can build on your own. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it, but you gotta be willing to accept divine help when it comes in. And sometimes when people make an individual too hard to where we feel like we have to do everything on our own, we struggle more than we should have to. And the 5 of Swords is letting go of that struggle. Now you've helped this person do this by them observing you and how strong you are, but don't get it twisted. They also see your vulnerabilities, but it runs through their mind how they want to build with you. They don't want to fight with you. They don't want to go through conflicts. They don't want to deal with other people thinking they can dictate your relationship. They're ready to hop on the ship with you and transcend into the next level, into those calm waters. I'm getting this moving on up kind of energy. All right. They don't care about what anyone else is thinking or feeling, but there might be some conversations that y'all need to have just to fully understand where each other, so there's no assumptions. You're not just assuming things. You're actually like really listening. And then we have the high priestess. And what I love about this high priestess is that she's on stage. Look at all the speakers. Like, this high priestess has the ability to speak and her voice will project. Okay. I'm also getting this like traveling through the sound barrier. They haven't fully figured you out, but when they think of you, they really do have you on a platform. I'm not going to lie to you. They have you on a platform a bit here, probably more than you realize they do. I get the feeling sometimes this person's just dazed watching you. There is this almost like fairy tale energy that they themselves kind of can't believe that they're feeling, but they can't deny that they feel it. Where it's like, how does this person just come in and she's like, yeah, you make me so happy. I'm just watching you in your element and I'm happy. I'm just looking at you project your energy into the ether and I am happy. You know what I mean? And they're not used to this. They're really not. This person dealt with some dark-ish before. You probably dealt with some dark-ish before. And so to reach this level is just, it's interesting. Okay, but I also feel like the divine is telling them, like giving them certain signs that they should let this develop based on intuition, that they should really listen to what their intuition in conjunction with their instinct says about how to vibe with you and how to move forward with you, so that there's no conflicts or doubts that get in the way. And be mindful of this person sometimes coming off as like an overachiever. I mean, look at how many shovels he has in his hands. Like, again, does he need all that? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like he don't need all that. He don't need to do this much of the work by himself, to be real. But it's almost like a wanting to just to prove a point. You're all I need. So look at me be all you need. Look at me have all the tools and all the things you could ever want. And as I pick up this card to shuffle it, we have the Death card. Remember what I said about like still waters would more so be like death. Still waters represent a lack of life. But water in motion, even if it's calm, represents life. There's some type of rejuvenation and rebirth taking place here. I'm getting more so like Hangman vibes still though, like a metamorphosis where there was a period of going within or a period of seeking enlightenment and then finding it within you finding it within them. This person, what goes through the mind of this person when they think of you? What goes through the mind of this person when they think of you? The Page of Cups. Look at her bag. It's like, I love you. And I'm also seeing I love you 100. But I believe under here it says just regular you, but I'm seeing the number 100. I love you 100. You don't understand. I just want to give you all the praise, like all the praise. Let me just take you out. If you haven't fully become a relationship yet with this person, like if it's a friendship transitioning into love, there are so many like la la goo goo gaga type stuff. I don't mean to say goo goo gaga, but just this like la 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 lovey dovey stuff that they would want to say to you, but they don't want to be judged. But if they could, the confessions would be, I'm telling you, listen to those two songs. That's their contrast. That could also be your contrast. You may feel that you resonate with the vibe of one more than the other, but they resonate with both. That like happy, I'm daydreaming about you. You're on my mind all the time. I'm always like, what are she doing? It feels almost kind of not, well, maybe like in a high school, college kind of love. You know what I'm saying? Where people are just really obsessed with each other, and when the person calls the phone, they're giddy. That's them with you. That's what runs through their mind. Like you call the phone and they're just like, oh, my baby's calling, wait a minute. And they drop everything to talk to you. In that video for Happy, there's a scene where she's driving in the car. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. But there's a scene where she's driving in the car, right? And she gets so happy, she lets go of the wheel, and her other friend has to grab the wheel of the car to like keep it sturdy because she let it go. That's how the person feels. Like when you call, they tend to drop things to like talk to you, or they want to. They don't want to seem too codependent, but they be sitting there like, man, can y'all hurry up and finish whatever y'all talking to me about? I gotta call my bae back. I gotta call. And this is even if you're not yet a couple, like you're not yet bae, you get called that when you're not around. I just want you to know. If you didn't know, now you know. Oh yeah, this person, it's like, it's not puppy love, but they get googie eyed for you. You probably don't even realize it. They're like, just take this offer I'm handing out to you. Just take it. Just walk through the door. Come through the door. Let me love you. Let me hold you. Like, y'all got a lot more songs. Like, a lot more songs are coming out for you right now. When they think of you, they just think about the things that they want to share with you. The commitment that they want to give you, the opportunity of where you guys can go. This is what they daydream about. Notice how the hand's coming out of the cloud, and we have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is very much at times the person that can get kind of lost in the daydream. Maybe even sometimes be a little naive about it, but it's almost like there's no other way they can think of you. At the end of the day, you're all I need to get by. Shawty, I'm there for you. What do you want? I got you. I got this. I will provide. You give me the chance and I will provide what you need. Just let me know. Shout it. What do you need? Call my name. I got you. Okay. Yeah, your energy is interesting because it's kind of giddy. It's a little giddy. But by no means does that mean that it's always been easy. Even if it's a friendship between y'all, you've had your moments. But there's a lot of joy here. And we have the King of Pentacles. What did I just say? They're like, let me know and I will provide it. I'm just going to sit here looking out at the world that I'm about to gift you with. You don't even understand what I'm willing to build with you. I'm just waiting on you. Look, King of Pentacles just sitting there waiting, sipping some wine. You'll come around. You'll realize that cup I'm offering isn't small. It's not a small thing by any feat. You'll realize it's more than just potential. Oh, it's more than just potential. This is the cornerstone right here of that 10 of Pentacles. You coming home with me. Okay. I'm willing to provide. And this is whether they're masculine or feminine. If you're dealing with a masculine, they don't want to seem needy here. Okay. They don't want to come off to you as being like too sensitive or anything like that. But best believe they ready. Let's see. Let's get into what fears may cross their mind in this connection, if any. It may translate as fears. It may translate as something else. We'll see. When they think of you, what goes through their minds? What kind of fear might go through their mind when they think of you? I'm hearing ushers. This comes through every now and then, every time I say that word. Every time I think of you, holding on to someone new, don't make me lose my mind. Sometimes, like, if y'all haven't transitioned into being a full couple yet, for those of you who are single, and this is a person that's a friend of yours, and you're just in the midst of talking right now, you're not even sure if you want to go in that direction, the thought of someone else getting close to you in the meantime and in between time is not a pleasant thought at all. Just like they're saying you're all I need, they're thinking to themselves, I'm all you need. Don't you understand? King of Pentacles. Okay, I got value. I provide value. I can take care of you. You don't ever have to want for anything. I got you. Don't worry about nobody else. Okay, we have status quo coming in as one of their fears. Okay, what else? There could be an age difference, pile 2, between you and this person. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but they might be younger than you, or you could be just a little bit younger than them. And they could be worried on whether or not you feel like you kind of care about the opinions of others. And remember, we do have others possibly coming in trying to create some type of doubt, like maybe wanting to tell you something negative about this person's past so that you would judge them or think lowly of them, right? And they're sort of afraid. It's something about status in the sense of, I'm afraid of where I would stand with you if you heard those things and saw me in a negative light. And in the video, in Method Man, in Mary's video, Method has to run from the cops at one point in that video, if I remember correctly. So it's they could have had a past where they did some illegal activities, okay? Or maybe they just had a past where they used to always get in trouble, a bit of a delinquent kind of. And they're not that person anymore. But if everybody else thinks they are, would you follow that same status quo? Would you believe the same things about them? Because they know that you can be indifferent sometimes to certain situations if it goes against what you might have thought was morally correct. So they would hope that the time you've spent with them to get to know them as a friend, to get to know them as a person, to get to know them as your lover, outweighs all that noise. Just outweighs all of it. But there is some worry around it, okay? If you look in the card, I see people in these windows, like people watching or observing, and then you got the bats flying around. It's like something about gossiping, like gossip energy. Woo. Transformation. This isn't a fear. This is what I was talking about. But it's happening like a metamorphosis, like you guys bringing out things in each other that make you almost completely different than what you used to be. In a good way. It's not saying that you can't grow on your own, but please understand something, because humans get things twisted very quickly. Human interaction supports you being able to grow beyond what you could alone. It doesn't mean that you don't grow alone. But in this world, we're meant to engage and interact and connect and unify. Separate, then unify again. Not separating and saying that you have to separate in your relationships, but sometimes even when you're at a distance from people that you care about, there's a certain growth that takes place in that. And by the time you come around those people again, if they're really meant for you, the growth extends further. Being in a relationship with somebody can take your personality and your energy to another level. You're still you. You're still, you in the sense that the essence of who you are can't be taken from you, but it expands, and you wouldn't be able to expand quite that way if you weren't interacting with other people. I always go back to, when I pick up on energy coming in like this, I always go back to this really messed up experiment they did with babies, where they took babies after being born, and instead of doing what's natural, like letting them have contact with skin and all of that, they were with the mother for a brief period of time, with the father for a brief period of time, and then they spent the rest of the time putting the baby in like an incubator. Not because the child needed it, but because they didn't want the child to experience too much physical touch, too much conversation. They would feed the child and give the child all the other nourishments it needed, give the infant, I should say, but they wouldn't give it hold it, stroke its hair, say nice things to it. Those children became sickly. They were sickly, and they couldn't explain why they were sickly other than the fact that they were lacking actual physical contact and this energy of nourishment, because these people weren't giving them any energy of nourishment. So never underestimate how a person, an individual, can help you evolve. Unfortunately, for some people, sometimes they come in and they help you, but it's in a effed up way, right? And then other times it's a beautiful soul that comes in that helps to take you to the next level, an energy that you can be grateful for, and an energy that's grateful for you. That's where you are with this person, but it doesn't mean, Pautu, that everybody likes it. It doesn't mean that everybody wants it for you or wants it for them for jealousy or whatever other reason. So please be mindful of the gossip you are listening to, because there is a powerful transformation taking place in this connection. All right. There could be a lot of also inner child healing too that's going on. We have fate. Fate. This person feels like they're destined to be with you. And didn't I mention that earlier for this pile? Or was that pile 1? Again, you might resonate to look at pile 1. But this person feels like this was destiny. You were destined to conversate, destined to meet and connect. They can't help but feel that way. They can't help it. I just heard, I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. It's one of my favorite sayings. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. There could be a bit of comedic relief to this person as well. Not them trying to get the whole deck to talk. Or we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I will take the card that flipped on the top. We have create magic. This person believes they can create magic with you. The year of the dragon could be significant as well. This person doesn't fear a fate with you. Or I should say, they don't fear a destiny with you. They fear a fate in the sense of, because fate is more like a karmic path. Destiny is your divine path. They might kind of fear that if you were to fall into those beliefs and get caught up in that and didn't want to accept this transformation that's happening in your relationship and your connection, that they would be fated to just be in the friend, or fated to be in that love that could have been. Oh, we could have been something great, but you had to go and let other people say, you know what I mean? Or you had to go and not listen to your own intuition and trust me. And again, in all connections, you must listen to your intuition and your instincts as to what this is, right? Guidance can only give you certain little bits and clues or notice, but it's up to you to really dive deeper and get the wholesomeness of it. This energy, this person believes y'all can create magic together, very tangible magic, in this world kind of magic. Okay, I haven't been pointing out the zodiac signs really, but this person could be an earth sign or a person with earth and water in their chart. I always tell you guys, all the zodiacs play in your energy. And for some of you, when you enter certain seasons, you embody a lot of the zodiac of the season you enter, regardless of what your so-called big 3 are. Okay. With that being said, right now in your connection, a lot of the energy in that connection is leaning more towards earth energy. Okay. So Capricorn, Taurus, particularly a lot of Taurus vibration, a lot of I want to provide for you. I got this. Let me show you the way. I can forge a way for you kind of energy. A bit of Pisces with the way that this is kind of lovey-dovey, romantic, fantasy world type energy. It's more so that those signs are pertaining to your connection, but they could be in your chart and in your person's chart. And we have wait. This individual feels like they're waiting on you. You're the missing piece of the puzzle. And they're just trying to see, do you see me as the missing piece of the puzzle? Because I'm so happy when I'm with you. You're all I need. I don't believe anybody else should get in the way of our connection. Here's what my spiritual advice to you would be. And your decisions are your own, okay? I can't control it. Pace yourself in this connection. This person has positive intent, and you might already be, deep in the trenches with them. But allow yourself to really get to see all of them, and allow them to really get to see all of you before you take things to an even further level, like further levels of commitment, just so that you're not walking around as someone who could easily be swayed by the doubts of others, whether it be because you want to keep up a certain appearance, or so that you can see that they're not going to easily be swayed by other people's doubts and concerns. You've got to understand how the relationship works between the two of you. Now, there might be friends that y'all know are good friends that you can trust to sometimes go to and, give you sound advice. Make sure that that's what they are. Trusted friends, trusted allies, giving you advice not from a biased mentality, but more so, here's what I see as the potential, here's what could be the possible problem. They're more like your friendly therapist, if you would, before you just, jump all the way deep down. All right. This person doesn't mind. They won't mind because they see that you guys are going through a transition. They see that you're going through entering a new level. If this is a friendship, before you jump into bed, before you jump into that's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend, that's my whatever, right? Take a minute to observe everything that they're saying. Listen to those two songs. Get a little bit in their mind of how they feel, because there is a lot of giddiness here. And the last thing you want is this person's all like, happy baby. And then some stupid ish happens and they can't handle it because they were on the cloud 9 for so long. They don't know how to be on cloud 3 anymore. Cloud 4. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully it makes sense. I'm saying it to you how I'm channeling it. For others, if you're already in the relationship with this person, but you're maybe not married yet, or you don't have kids with them yet, based on your situation, you are being told to just pace a little bit so that there's no doubts, so that all concerns, or at least the immediate concerns, can be sorted out beforehand. It's not that you have to wait forever. Okay, and for the last group that I'm channeling this wait for, it's more so like this is the person you've been waiting for, and how they view you is you're the person they've been waiting for, because it's fated. So when they think of you, they think that's the missing piece to my puzzle that I've been trying to find all this time. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. You can't make it up. What did I just say? Y'all can't wait. For some of you, depending on which one of those options you are you the friendship translating into dating? Pace yourself a little bit. Get to know each other in that romantic field. Are you already romantic, but you're thinking of babies or marriage? Hold up. Get all of the concerns that can create conflict out of the way first. And I'm not saying that you're not going to have concerns further down in your relationship. Your relationship is your own. But right now, there are certain things and people trying to plant seeds of doubt. And you need to be secure with this person and how y'all communicate with each other, so that no outside interference can put asunder what God has clearly been blessing y'all with. Because this person said, I feel like God sent you from above. Right? But for those of you that were wondering if this love was like a genuine thing, this person thinks of marrying you. This person sees you as the missing piece. They believe they can create magic with you. And honey, sometimes create magic means making babies or planning very far into the future. All right. This is what they daydream about, what they can provide you with. So if you're wondering what goes through their mind when they think of you, ta-da! Lastly, those two decks, these two were from Mystic Star Magic. Now we're going to get into V. From V Love Crystals, our Oracle decks. Again, links will be in the description. Whoop. Ooh, unconditional love. Look how they're just jumping for joy. So happy. So happy. For some of you, again, I feel like people tried to kind of plant doubts in this connection, and you guys had to figure out how to come together or figure out how to maintain being together. If this is a friendship transitioning into a relationship, there are a lot of doubts that need to be out of your head so that when you guys do come together, when you do move into that next phase, you're moving into it securely. You're not going to easily be broken down by someone else, because there is a lot of unconditional love here. This person does tend to put you on a pedestal a bit here, and they're listening to their intuition more than anything else in regards to you. More than anything else. One of you may have not really believed in love for a while. Could have been you, could have been them. Because I'm still picking up on that. Don't judge me for my past. Could you accept me without judging me for my past? I'm still picking that up. Maybe in the past they didn't really believe in love, so they just ran the streets doing whatever, didn't really care. Maybe that's why your indifference scares them a bit. Like, oh, I remember when I was like that, or something like that. They did it with something different. They're afraid of this being a one-way kind of love, right? They're kind of afraid that if you heard of their past, everything that you feel for them now would go out the window. But what you need to remember is that is the past. And can you allow them to let the past go by not judging them for it, by not holding them hostage to it? Because if so, you might find that this person is the missing piece to the puzzle, just like they see you as the missing piece to their puzzle, that y'all can create magic together. There's unconditional love here. All right. It's really important for both of y'all to have a strong sense of self-love, so that you're not, feeling held hostage, but understanding that once you come together, the love you have for each other can take you to the next phase. Pile 2, that was your reading. I pray that resonated for you. Peace, love, and light, beautiful soul. Pile 3, baby. Let's get into your message. This is about what goes through the mind of your person when they think of you. I feel like these messages are coming through not only as what goes through their mind when they think of you, but what goes through their mind when they just think of the connection, period. Now, pile 3, I do feel like y'all are leaning more towards the singles, like two single people coming together and this intense pull and draw. But before we go any further into that message, do remember that this is a collaboration with Mystic Star Magic, so make sure you check her out. I'm also going to be using 2 of her decks, so tap the link, click on her video, check out her Etsy shop, check out my Etsy shop. We love your support. All right. Comment below your takeaways and what resonates with you. Pile 3, you chose Brandy's full moon. Your person, when you cross through their mind, I feel like the song might be some of y'all's story. That's what I'm feeling for a lot of y'all in this collective. You met this person in a crowded space, and they were observing you before y'all even entered that space. Like your name, y'all might know mutual people, and they were hearing about you, or they came across your social media. They might have hit you up on social media, but that was only because they were already observing you and probably saw you out in places when you didn't know. In the video, Full Moon, Brandy's looking through like a telescope, and she's checking out the party like across the way that she's getting ready to attend, and she sees the person that she's interested in, the person who captures her eye. And you'll notice that he feels it, like he feels he's being watched. So he starts looking in the direction of where the telescope is, even though he probably shouldn't be able to see it. So you probably felt, and this is, you could put yourself in the role of whichever, him, her, whatever, but you probably felt that your person was checking you out or observing you for a while before they made a move. And they're very influenced by your energy. Much like how a person can be drawn to the full moon, how the full moon can control the tides. This relationship is also going through a cycle of sorts, and might have went through many different shifts and cycles. For example, transitioning from the single mingling into the, okay, I'm really kind of talking to this person, and then eventually into it's some sort of relationship. I'm not getting situationship for most of you, but I wouldn't be shocked if there's a little bit of that going on amongst some of y'all. Okay. But the lyrics that are standing out on the card that your person wants to resonate is, this could very well be the start of something special. Happy that I met you, baby. So this person's happy that they met you. They feel that this could be special. It hasn't went through that part of the cycle yet for most of y'all, but it's close. There's this draw. This is the archetype that goes through their mind when they think of you. I just saw the Avengers flash before me. So y'all both could be like a bit geeky, bit nerdy, into like nerdy, geeky stuff together. Probably some cosplay. As you can see, he's wearing the mask here. So y'all might have also met at like a cosplay convention over the last couple of months, because some of them kick off in winter and then really get into high gear around spring. So it's very specific, but I get specific stuff. Somebody here is probably met their person literally like at a rave, at a cosplay event, dressed as Avengers or something like that. But they can see your desire to stay balanced in your life and also to just do what you feel is right. You're not really one that follows the crowd per se, but you will speak up and stand up for not only yourself, but for other people. There's this energy to you of being the Avenger. Like if somebody does a person I know dirty, I'm going to have their back. That comes off of you. And they actually like that about you. It's different. I don't think this person's used to someone, maybe a very, very close friend, or like I'm seeing a brother for some reason. So for whoever that's for, someone's brother, they're very close to their brother, and they get that kind of energy from them, as far as like, this person will stand up for me. But you're different. I don't think they've ever dated anybody like you, or have talked to anyone like you before, that's that stern on standing by your beliefs and doing what you know is right, even if it's unpopular to everyone else. That's probably gotten you in trouble a couple of times, actually, but they see the worth in it. All right. On the shadow side of things, some of y'all might have a tendency to get a little handsy, because sometimes the hands are rated E for everyone. I actually channeled a message on my IG story that y'all may resonate with about dealing with karmic energies. Doesn't have to be a karmic person, doesn't have to be a karmic person attached to them, could be just people in your past, and how sometimes if you're too timid, if you're too passive, people take it as weak, or you're never going to do anything. And that might make some of y'all defensive, like, listen, these hands are really rated E for anybody, and if you need to catch them for the cause, so be it. You know what I'm saying? So they see that in you too, for some of y'all. But for most of you, they see this like justice energy in you. You could have a bit of a temper though, okay? Might be a fire sign, might be an earth sign. I'm just saying. Okay, let's get into, we're actually going to get into my deck. Love Confession, Cyber Edition. Let's get into some love messages. These may resonate to how they feel about your connection and how they're viewing you, things they would confess to you. When thoughts of you run through their mind, these are the things they might want to say. This could be confronting something of their past, yours, or your past together. Let's see. For confessions, what do they want to confess to you when they think of you? Oh, they said I meant every word. So they done already told you a little something. They done already said something to you. And you might have thought they were playing, like, oh, they can't be serious. I'm hearing the full moon chorus again. And that like drowsy sound it has, when I wouldn't call it drowsy. It's more like hypnotizing. It's something about them. When they think of you, that's how your energy is, like you're drawing them in. Must be the full moon. Like you just kind of pull them in, and they done told you something when on that high, right? And they're like, you know what? It just is what it is. I meant every word. Whatever it was, I said in that moment of like high off of you, that's what I meant. So it's some serious flirting going on for some of y'all in pile 3. Woo, child. Okay, let's see what else they got to say. What else would they want to confess to you? What else would they want to confess to you? Oh, they said they can't do it like me. Whoever else is trying to capture, I told y'all, some of y'all is single, might be mingling, and this person been watching you for a minute and is trying to holler at you, or they're already in the process of talking to you and they're like, I don't care who else tries to get your attention. They can't do it like me. They can't treat you how I would. They're not me. And when I said that to you, when I was high off of your energy, that's exactly what I meant. I said what I said. Oh, this person's kind of cocky. A little cocky here. Very confident. But that don't mean that their confidence doesn't pack some type of fear behind it too. So we're going to dive into that as well. What else? One more. Let's get one more. I'll delete your memories of your ex. Damn. That's exactly what I heard. I'll delete your memory of your ex. Ooh. It says delete my memory. But what I just heard, what I just channeled was I'll delete your memory of your ex. How long have they been watching you, Pile 3? Like how long? Were they like waiting for you to be single? For some of y'all here? Oh, you gonna know if this is for you. You gonna know if that was to you. For some of you, it could just be the person telling you whatever you thought this was gonna be, whatever you thought I was gonna do, I'm probably gonna do something better than you could imagine or more extreme than you can imagine. And at the end of the day, I said what I said. I put myself out there. I let you know what I want. Like I said, we can chill if you want. This could be something special. So I'm willing to see where it goes. But are you? So this person is really coming off like they know what they want. And they're just being very honest to you about what they want. And they're looking to see. It's like the ball's in your court. Almost like they're like, here you go. I'm going to just push that right over here. You got my number. You know what to do with it. What's up? And for those of you, if you're already talking to this person, something very similar still applies though. Like when they think of you, I'm hearing like 3 different things and I want to narrow down what they are for this collective. Yeah, y'all might resonate with one of the other piles, but I'm getting this energy of like when they think of you with that, they can't do it like me. When you cross their mind, I'm also feeling as if they pick up from you that you know that there's something that they bring to the table that no one else can. And that they feel the same way about you. Like you know that you've been watched. Some of you who chose this pile, this person is trying to talk to you or is talking to you, either you saw them or a person peeped you to game already that this person was interested in you. And I don't think that they necessarily went as far as like liking the crap out of your pictures on IG or something, or wanting you to add them on TikTok. You know what I mean? I'm feeling it's a little more social than that. Not social media per se, even though this is Love Confession Cyber Edition. I feel like for most of y'all, it's meeting out somewhere and talking, and then come to find out, oh, they know your best friend, or you know what I'm saying? Like y'all know the same people, and you piecing it together like, So that's how they know who I am, because they surely did talk to me like they already knew what I was into or what I would like and not like. Yeah, there's this thing called intuition. And some of y'all are very alert. And they're and I split the deck. Look at this. High Priestess and the Star card. Your intuition and you standing out in the crowd. I peeped you across the room. I saw when you came in with your friends. I said, I gotta have that in my life. That's what they thought. Wow. What crosses their mind when they think of you? What goes through their mind when they think of you? What goes through their mind? They're like, I'm trying to see how to balance this out with you. I'm trying to understand I'm trying to understand how to be your man. So for those of you who are watching for a divine masculine, they said what they said, and they probably already said that cheesy line to you. They meant it though. Remember what they said about your desire to balance the scales of justice, and they're thinking like, I'm trying to balance you right now. That sounds so wrong. We're going to keep this PG-13, okay? because neither one of us signed up for these readings to go that left. But they're trying to figure out how to balance you. Like, how can they get on that skateboard with you and kick push, if you get my drift? Okay. Y'all might have been talking to other people at some point. That's the energy that's coming off here, is that at some point y'all were entertaining someone else while kind of peeping that y'all were checking each other out. And they're just letting you know that when you cross my mind, anybody else you thought I was talking to really doesn't matter. I'm trying to figure out how to get in your world, how to balance your world with mine. How can we get in order? Because I can guarantee whoever you're talking to ain't me. I'm going to be real. This person's energy is coming off very, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just saying. I just heard holding the door, holding the bag. So this person holding the door, holding the bag. Bag normally is in reference to money. That's normally what this, I feel like it's something about not being stingy with you. Like, that's a weird way for them to put it, but it's like not being stingy with you as they would with everyone else. Like, they might hold out on everyone else when it comes to what they give and what they provide, but with you, they're kind of under the influence, if you would, to provide for you. Full moon energy, to bring something full, make it come whole with you, be completed with you. However, I also feel like they're saying, again, if you saw me talking to others while you were talking to others, or if we were in our single phase, whatever, I can drop that and hold space just for you. So the Four of Pentacles isn't coming out necessarily like greed, more so like I hold back when dealing with others. I don't let things progress too far because they're not who I want. You are. So I hold space for you for the time when you're willing to allow yourself to balance your world with mine. Until then, we might both be playing whatever we're playing at. So Power 3, both of y'all might be playing the field a little bit here, singling and mingling. But y'all know y'all looking at each other, and each one's looking at the other, trying to figure out how serious the other person is. They're very serious about you, and they're like, I'm serious. That's why I put the ball in your court, because I'm trying to see what you about. So there might be a little bit of talking to other people going on here, but it's like y'all are available to do that. But if you're gonna get serious about each other, then you need to get serious about each other. Yep, we have the Eight of Wands. They like, what you want to do? Where we going with this? How quickly are we moving ahead? This person might want to just jump into a relationship with you. And for those of you where you're not single, the both of you aren't mingling around per se, then that Four of Pentacles, again, it kind of represents this holding out, like trying to hold space, almost like saying, I don't want to give you everything until I know how serious you are about me, because I'm serious about you. So we can chill and do whatever you want from that point of view, but I want to know, where is it going from here? Are we building something together? Am I saving my love up for you? Like, what's happening? Where do we stand? Right? Because the moment I know that, I know how to switch gear and get us moving in the right direction. The Eight of Wands is really coming out like this wanting to take flight. Look at how you got the feathers all around this person. Her arms are stretched like she's getting ready to, it's almost like the wind is getting ready to like levitate her up into the air somewhere. This person might want you to take a flight. They could live at a distance from you. But there's a need, and look who returned to the bottom of the deck. The High Priestess. There's a need to take things to the next level with you and see where it goes. I also find it interesting that they had me sort of read it from this way. So they're like, whatever the conversation was about how quickly they wanted things to progress in this connection, about how swiftly they wanted to switch from being your friend or being that woman or man that you ran into at an event into the I'm with you, we're together, we're a thing. This is a thing now. They want to do that kind of quickly, and they're trying to figure out how to balance their world with yours. So there could also be something about either you guys living at a distance, or maybe your work makes it difficult to be on the same time schedule. For some of y'all as well. For others, again, they're like, whoever you were talking to isn't me. So if you've been talking to another person while this one's trying to get your attention, they're very cocky with homegirl, homeboy, them, they, whatever, ain't me. Point blank in the period. They can't give you what I can give you, and you know that already. So I can delete the memories of your ex, and for some of them, they feel like you delete the memories that they might have been holding on to for too long with someone else. It's like you just came in and the whole room shift. The new cycle began. The new cycle began, Lord. Let's get into what possible fears they may have or what's in the shadow. This person may not have too many fears, but there is something in the shadow, so let's dig it out. We're going to be using Mystics Oracle deck for this. What's in the shadow with this person? What goes through their mind in the dark? Is it their fears? Is it issues from their past? What is it? We have unfinished business. Ooh, I'm hearing that Mariah song. To the floor. Everybody to the floor. 'Cause you and me got business. We gon' handle it tonight. Ooh. Again, it's not that kind of reading. I'm trying to keep it PG-13 because those of you who know my channel, when it goes 18 plus, it can really go there. Okay? And I'm also trying to save some of that content for another time. But y'all might have started a little something in the dark and didn't finish it. And they're like, we got unfinished business. You thought that was dead? You thought that was over? You thought it was done? No, ma'am. No, sir. No. You have me confused. If we got to take it to the floor, we'll take it to the floor. There's something about a floor. Because in the full moon song, there's also a reference to the floor. Like this person and their, people entering the club and coming onto the floor type of energy. Something about a floor. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's move on. Let's keep this moving because this could go left really fast. All right. When they think of you, they're like, we got unfinished business. First of all. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I get the feeling for many of you, you met at like a party. Yeah. For many of y'all met at like a party. Some type of gathering, maybe even an underground party. We have chaos and steps. And when I seen the chaos card, the first thing that stood out to me was all the Halloween decorations, which is, what do we do on Halloween? Cosplay. You dress up. But I get the feeling that you guys are probably, for some of you, not all, some of you are probably cosplayers, where you actually go to cosplaying events. And if you're a cosplayer like me, we cosplay all year round. We don't wait for holidays to do it. But there's something about dressing up. Okay, being somewhere, being dressed up. For others who may not resonate with the cosplay energy, it's like going somewhere where you were dressed to the nine. You just know you were looking good that night. You know you were looking good that day. When you posted that picture, you said, thirst trap, boom. You know what I mean? Something about that energy just took them over and compelled them. Like, oh no, through all the noise, through all of the sounds, I need that in my life. I'm going for that. But I do feel like that this person does carry a bit of like cocky energy. Maybe even for some of you, they're a little, not super egotistical, but there is a bit of cockiness here. And a lot of times those people got to be put in their place just a little bit. Just a little bit. So that's probably why they've noticed you might have said something slick to them. And that's when they noticed, remember that other attribute, like, hey, these hands is rated E for everybody. This tongue is reckless. Watch yourself. And you probably said some stuff to them, or they seen you handle a situation and was like, damn, let me slow my roll. I mean, I'm gonna still be me and I'm gonna still come at you very direct, but let me slow my roll so that this doesn't go left. I don't want this to go left. But for some reason, chaos is giving me party vibes. And there's a bit of kind of like you get through the chaos of their mind as well with that full moon energy. This could be something special. Happy that I met you. You might be the person that gets my life in order and helps me elevate to another level. Didn't I mention something about levitate with the Eight of Wands? And we have the steps here. Steps also came out in one of the other piles. I'm not going to say which, y'all. Y'all will figure that out should you be moved to watch that pile. But steps did come out before. But in this case, it's like, it still represents elevating to another level. And for some of you, I get the feeling it represents like an underground party or a costume party, something about that. And just noticing you throughout all of the ruckus going on. Lordy, let's get into another tarot real quick. goes through the mind of this person when they think of you. I can't stop hearing, 'cause you and me got business, we gon' handle it tonight. You're not impressed by what this person got. Remember I said earlier, they said something about a bag? And bag means money, right? And it's like what they're willing to give to you, they wouldn't be willing to give to everybody else, but you're not impressed by that. Because that's said in that song. And then it's not just that I'm so impressed by all your cars and your jewelry. If you know like I know, feel that chemistry. You know I feel it just the same as you, so come and bring that. Exactly. You don't care about nothing they got material wise. It's about the chemistry. But you're not sitting up here trying to be played. You don't want to be sitting up here and you go to take this person seriously and they think, oh, you know, he or she is just drawn to me because I got that swagger. Like, you're not here for that bull. And they're like, well, I'm the same way. I'm not here for that either. And I just want you to know I'm better than whoever that is you thought you was talking to. Why is this person like this? Pile 3, what do y'all got going on? We got the Queen of Pentacles. I can provide and take care. It's funny because pile 3, you might resonate with someone else. I'm just saying. I will say there was an interesting card that came out in another reading that matches perfectly with this one. But it's giving a similar vibe of this, like, I can provide. But in this case, it's like, I can take care of what needs to be taken care of. This is how they view you. You are like the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you're the perfect wifey, the perfect wife. Be careful with wifey, because normally wifey is the playful thing. And if you play the role long enough, nobody ever feels the need to give you the real title. So be careful with them calling you wifey, okay? Or the whole acting like you have a wife position before they've properly given you that. Because again, people get comfortable. And I do feel like while this person might be serious right now, they could get comfortable with getting certain things from you before earning it. So it's important to let them earn. But in this energy, the need to have the scales balanced and justice, taking care of people and fighting on others' behalf, that right there is very much the energy that the Queen of Pentacles can have. She does it from a caretaker point of view. So when they think of you, you carry this energy of someone who can turn the most basic of things into the most beautiful of things. The Queen of Pentacles can take a penny and make it $1 million easily. And this light within you just stands out to them. They can't, it's noticeable. For some of you, you're really going to have to pace yourself, because while this connection could be very important in helping you, reach a new level in yourself, grow and expand in a certain space, it is also quite possible that y'all could get caught up a little too soon before you've seen just how solid this is, especially if y'all already started something intimate and didn't get to finish it. Especially if y'all started that at a party and somebody interrupted. But we're not going to go there. We're not going to look into what that's about. We're going to keep it moving. Clarity will come through on the situation. And again, I hear this person saying, I said what I said and I meant what I said. So if I said I love you, then that's what it is. If I took whatever this person told you, you know what you were told, and you probably was sitting there like, they can't be serious. Are they serious? What? They're like, I meant what I said. That's the first card they opened with. I meant every word. I meant it. Don't question me. I meant what I said. I meant how I view you, how I see you. I was very clear. I was very precise. Whoever you talking to ain't me. And if you're already kind of like entering a relationship phase with this person, they're still letting you know, I don't care who you heard me being with or what you thought was going on. At the end of the day, one thing's for sure, regardless of how they feel, Spirit will let you see the truth. Spirit's going to let you cut through the bull if there's bull on the platter. Okay? Trust and believe that. But don't be led by fears. Tap all the way in to figure this out. But this person feels like you delete the memories of their ex, and they can delete your memory of your ex. So somehow y'all both know about each other's exes. For some of you, it's like y'all both you're aware of who your exes are. Not them coming to pick you up. Knight of Cups, like, just make that phone call. I'm already outside. That's a little creepy, pile 3. I'm not gonna lie, it's giving a little bit of lurking creeping energy, a little bit of a creep. I'm already outside. That's exactly how I heard it. I'm already outside. You late. You are late. I'm outside, babe. What we doing? Wow. We got unfinished business. You know, things got a little chaotic. Something interrupted this connection. Maybe you had to actually, like I said, put your foot down on this person. That's how they saw the other side of that attribute. Like, oh, you can cuss me out. Hold up. Pause. That's a turn on. Run it back. Okay. How do I level up with you? How do I get to the next? Where are we going with this? Where are we going? And I'm still seeing like a basement party or underground. Underground can also represent you wanting to keep this on the down low, or them wanting to kind of keep it on the down low, because y'all both are still sort of single. Pile 3, most of y'all here, if you picked it and you're in a relationship, you're going to have to really pay attention to see why you were drawn to this pile and what part is for you. But for many of you, there is a vibe of single and mingling, and this person being like, I don't want to mingle no more. I just want you. Okay, very romantic, very charming person. I'm sensing that they're kind of like nervous. They're kind of nervous about you, but they're cocky too. So look, all the nerve. Let's get into another one of Mystics decks, Mystic Star Magic. Didn't I say something about like y'all probably went to conventions and stuff like that, and most of the conventions kick off in like, you know, there's some in winter, they kick off in spring, and they go straight through summer. This could be like a summer affair or a summer romance popping off right now. That's why y'all got unfinished business. Something kicked off maybe in the other season, and now it's like, let's rekindle that. Let's complete that. Some of you are keeping this relationship kind of like in the dark. Look at balance again. You can't make it up. 2 of Pentacles right here. Balancing. The fact that balance was mentioned here. Libra energy is channeling with this, with that balance constantly popping up in the justice vibration. On fire. Y'all on fire. Y'all, and that the next level, like I said, it was trying to go a little raunchy. We have trip. So again, y'all might live at a distance from each other, but you met at some type of event through mutual friends. You linked up somehow. And this summer, they're like, how do I balance out in your world? How do you balance out in mine? How do we hop on this bike and cycle? Because that's a cycle. How do we cycle into the next level? And what's full moon about? You see what I'm saying? Like cycles of the connection. Y'all not new to each other per se. Like even if you're both single right now, y'all know each other. You know who this is. They know who you are. I wouldn't be shocked if y'all both watching this reading like, Wow. We're gonna now get into V's deck, V11 crystals. Giving tree love. Look at how, listen, it's this person. They're like, I'm already outside. Where are we going? What we doing? Watch the full moon video. Whether you resonate, masculine, feminine, whatever position you feel you are or they are, listen to the lyrics of that song, but like watch the video, because there's a part where they go driving in the car. And I feel like that's going to be significant. But this person is like, I'm already here. I'm already here. You don't need nobody else. Not nobody playing in my head now. Who gonna love you like me? Nobody. Oh, Lord. I'm not singing the rest of that song because I already know the images that'll try to come through. Let's keep it moving. Okay, that was almost too many. Ooh. seasonal? Really? And summer came out and they say y'all got unfinished business? Listen, along with intoxicating, child, and I almost said unconditional, which I believe came out in another reading or channeled through in another reading. Intoxicating love, seasonal love, giving tree type of love. Like, this person is infatuated with you right now. They're like, this could be something special. When they think of you, this is what runs through their mind. This is how they would define what they feel for you thus far. So this isn't yet at a committed level, Pal 3. It's not yet at a committed level. It's like in the phases of it, and somebody wants to go to that, move into that phase very quickly. They're holding out for you because they're trying to figure out how to balance you, how to be up in your world. But I do feel like some of y'all are talking to more than one person at this time. You know who this individual is, though, because they're very assured of themselves. And my loves, that was your reading. Again, please do check out Mystic Star Magic's channel as well to see what comes through for you over there. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Be sure to subscribe. If you enjoy the vibe around here, be sure to subscribe. And of course, check out my Oracle decks. See you next time.